Mukbang.
Are we gonna argue about that?
I don't know what to say. Milkshake.
What?
A milkshake mukbang.
Comment down below what you think.
Yeah, we don't know how to say it.
We don't know.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Welcome back to my channel. This is Madelyn.
Hi.
We're in Philadelphia currently for the CHOP Symposium and the Ataxia in Philadelphia. Today we're just gonna sit here and talk because we're in a hotel and we can't really do anything else.
Basically.
Madelyn, we're gonna start with like all the things you've probably told a million times.
Interrogation time.
My name is Madelyn. I am 19 years old. I was diagnosed with FA when I was 13. So basically, I rapidly progressed to the point where I couldn't walk, slept all the time, and so we knew something was wrong. I was tested for all kinds of things, heavy metal poisoning, all the blood tests that you can imagine, and then I was diagnosed with FA. So it took about 6 months for me to be diagnosed. And it took me about 4 years to finally accept and embrace my reality, and now I am very involved. I have a YouTube channel, I post on social media, met people like this wonderful lady over here. I'm also an MDA ambassador and a Make-A-Wish ambassador, and hopefully soon to be a FARA ambassador. And just, enjoying life.
Yay, give it up for Madelyn!
I went to Greece on my Make-A-Wish trip, and if you're ever given the opportunity to go to Greece, you should go, because it's beautiful.
So, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my Make-A-Wish, because like I'm about to age out.
My two options were Greece or Australia.
Australia is such a long flight though.
I know, that's what everyone says.
I want to do Bora Bora.
Ooh.
Really bad.
That would
And
be
stay in one of those houses that like is over the water.
Yeah.
That has like
Oh
the
my
clear
God.
floor.
That would be so cool.
What is going on out there?
Not as much as last night, that's for sure. Not
Yeah.
high, but older cities, you
Yeah.
don't want to lose the historic value.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yeah, like
old. So
places
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Philadelphia or Washington, D.C. or New York
for Boston.
or Boston or maybe California. I wonder if they're accessible. You've been in California?
It is.
California is like the best as far as
Really?
accessibility. Like in the United States, like that's pretty good about accessibility. Especially in like Santa Monica. Not as much like downtown LA.
Yeah.
Old and gross. Don't want to go down there anyway. Chicago's not good either.
I feel like the accessibility is definitely better in newer cities than in older cities.
Is
Yes.
downtown Dallas accessible?
Yes.
Have you seen those videos of people in wheelchairs that like go
Yes.
downstairs?
Oh my
I'm
god,
like,
that
how'd
gives
you
me so
do
much
that?
anxiety.
I haven't figured out how to pop a wheelie by myself.
I can do it, but it's not. I can't like hold a wheelie.
I can't either. Yeah, when I went on a trip, like a club at my school this summer, they were all like in my wheelchair because like when you're around your friends, like everybody's like, can you get in your wheelchair?
Yeah.
And you like have to move. So yeah, I think it's cool. It's not.
It's not cool when you have to use it, like when you actually need it. So like I said before, it took me a long time to accept and embrace FA. And I never wanted to use my wheelchair. Not a lot of people knew about it, and then I started showing symptoms, and I did have to start using a walking aid. And now all my friends want to push me, all my friends want to sit in my wheelchair and go all over. People, like, the one thing I've learned is people love to help. They people like being helpful.
Yeah,
They
because
like
it makes
being-
it feel good about themselves.
Exactly.
Which, like, it's not a bad thing.
No.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, I appreciate help. It's just sometimes I want to be able to still do stuff and be as independent as possible. And when someone comes and does something, I know they're just trying to help me, but sometimes I just want to do it myself. So there's definitely that like fine line of allowing someone who is struggling to do what they want to do and being helpful.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So if you want to like help someone, always ask. Dealing with progression is definitely hard. I would say it's like a learning process for everyone. Like I learn how to deal with it every day. It's not like because I have a progressive illness, I just know how to deal with it right off the bat, because I don't.
It's weird because people think that like as soon as you're diagnosed, you know exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because like a kind of like tangible example I could give is like people think that once you're diagnosed with a disease where you're gonna need a wheelchair, or like you have like a spinal cord injury or something and you get in a wheelchair, you automatically know how to use it.
Yeah.
You don't. You have to learn how to use it, and you have to learn how to do all that stuff. Because like how we were talking about how able-bodied people, like our friends, get in it all the time. They don't know what to do.
Right.
But they don't realize that we didn't either.
Yeah. But I'm dealing with grief of what I lose every single day. But I think just trying to stay positive, and I know that sounds so like cliche, your brain is so much more powerful than you think. And you have to train yourself to overcome things. You have to train your brain to think positive, to look at the good stuff and not the negative, because it is easy to just automatically look at the bad stuff. But there's so much goodness in the world.
One thing I'm thinking about is like when, like both of us when we were diagnosed, we went through that timeline where it was like denial and you didn't want to live with it. But But then one day I was just like, this is miserable. And like all my friends were like going out and having fun and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, why am I sitting here?
Yeah, why am I sitting here not doing that? I definitely went through that where I was just like, I call it my like moment. I was like, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to seclude myself in my room and not go out with friends and do anything. Yeah, I may have trouble, walking, or I may get tired, but that doesn't mean I can't have a life. And I think it's really important just to surround yourself with good people who you trust. And
yeah, and having like bad days is, I'm not saying like having bad days is like a bad thing. It's okay if you have bad days.
Oh yeah.
Everybody does.
Oh yeah.
We're in an FA event now, and like we're surrounded with people like Kyle Bryant, who has turned his diagnosis into something great. He has bad days too.
Yeah, like everyone goes through hard times. Even though it's okay to have bad days, you don't want to let yourself get stuck.
Do people like on your social media and stuff, they're like, oh my god, you're such an inspiration, you're so
Yes.
great. And like, I don't think people realize that like we're not okay all the time.
Exactly.
Like,
but we deal with a lot.
But like we still have like struggles and stuff, and even though we like talk about it, it's like not completely fixed.
Like it took me a long time. It's still something I struggle with when people say, "Oh, you're such an inspiration." I don't look at myself as an inspiration. I don't think I am.
Yeah, I don't think I am either.
Like I'm just dealing with like what I was dealt.
Yeah. If somebody else were diagnosed, they would probably do the same thing.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. But what people don't realize is we were there. We were ashamed. We were sad.
Oh, I still get like
Oh,
ashamed
yeah.
all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with like new places. Like,
Mm-hmm.
now we're all in there in my wheelchair, and I'm like, hi.
All of a sudden, you're like not confident, and you're just like, this like wall comes in front of you, and you're like, oh my god, and you have to like get over that wall.
When you're surrounded by like new people
Yeah.
and new like situations. Because like at school, I could care less because I'm surrounded with people that like are with me every day.
Yeah.
And so it's not a big deal. And the weird thing is like with the FA, sorry, I'm getting really scatterbrained. The weird thing with the FA is like it is progressive, so like it's kind of weird to show up somewhere and like be walking, and then you go in another time and you're not. I always feel so awkward.
I would always think like people think I'm faking.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not faking, trust me, it's real.
I'm really like a funny person about FA. Like, I don't take it seriously at all. Like, I feel like sometimes it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I'm very upfront about it.
I feel like people don't know what to do.
Because they're not like taught about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people like don't know what to do around disabled people unless they like experience it. Like they're.
It gets foreign to them.
Yeah. Like, people react how you react.
Oh yeah.
So if you're like awkward about it, they're gonna be awkward too.
Yeah, and sometimes I am like awkward about it, honestly.
So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. We did a video on Madelyns channel. I'll link it in the description below. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Sleep still at ease there with me with my t-shirt on, I'm lost. How did we make such a mess?